We can perceive the experience, but not the experiencer. Peace once again, my fellow expressions of consciousness. On your spiritual path, you may have come across teachings or advice that say to allow, to practice non-resistance or non-attachment. But how does one implement these teachings into their life? You see, they're very trying to practice non-attachment, to practice non-resistance, to practice allowing. Itself is resistant. As soon as you try to do something, you ignore what is present. You strive for something different. That is a resistance to what is present. The reason we feel that we are not allowing, we are not practicing non-attachment very well. Non-attachment meaning not identifying too much with thoughts or emotions or the past. The reason we feel we cannot do it very well is only when we identify with thought, with the person. Because the person, of course, is a collection of thoughts, emotions, sensations, an identity. But what we are, of course, is that which is aware of those things. So when we, as the pure consciousness, the pure self, identify as a thought that is trying to practice non-attachment, that is trying to allow, we confuse ourselves. We confuse ourselves as the already non-attached, allowing, non-resistant presence that is the pure consciousness. That which allows experiences to even occur. Of course, for something to happen, there would have to be something to allow it to happen. Just as the space in the universe, the so-called physical universe, allows for things to be. Allows for a star to be here, your body to be there. So the allowing of experiences is you, is that pure consciousness. For consciousness is not an identity. Thought creates identity. You are conscious, I am conscious. Humanity is conscious. Only thought separates that consciousness into individuality, seemingly. Winston, Kelly, black, white, etc. So, take it back a bit when you're trying to practice this non-attachment to thought, allowing of experiences. Start to perceive from the correct meaning your primary self as pure consciousness. Because every single experience in your life has been allowed by the pure consciousness that you are. I'm not right now speaking to the person you identify with. I'm looking beyond that. I'm looking at the pure consciousness that you are. For example, let's say you are trying to practice non-attachment to a past trauma. You believe you're not able to stop attaching to the negative feelings. But That's when you identify as a thought that is trying to do that action. But you are never the thought, ever, the thought that believes it is needing to do anything. You are always the imperturbable, untouchable perceiver of experiences, of the thought that is trying to detach from another thought. Do you see how illusory this is? It's a thought that says I need to detach from another thought. But two thoughts never coexist. You can have one thought of many things, but that is still one thought. Do not see yourself as the thought that is trying to allow. You are that which is allowing the thought to have the experience of I need to allow. Do you see the difference? You are not the thought that says I need to allow, I need to practice non-attachment, non-resistance. You are the space that allows that experience to happen. The even possibility to deliberate whether I want to practice non-attachment or not. You are the paper that allows the different words to be written upon it. You are not the words. You are not the thoughts. So you are always allowing experience to happen. You, the pure consciousness. A thought cannot do anything. A thought is just known. A thought cannot allow. That's why it seems so hard, because we are identifying as a thought. The thought is saying, I need to allow, I need to practice non-attachment, I need to be like Buddha. But thoughts are known. They're just objects. They don't do anything. They just come and go. The feeling that I should be able to allow, I can allow, is an echo of your pure self that is always allowing, which is the pure consciousness that you essentially are. Remember, it's about what you essentially are. That will help you understand yourself better. You are the allower. That should be a new DC character. You are the allower. I am the allower. I allow all experiences to arise within me and subside back within me. All the while, I am completely unaffected because I am formless, yet the experience of forms arise out of that which I am, the allower. That is what you are. You are constantly allowing experiences to happen. You are not the experience of a thought that wishes to allow, wishes to practice non-resistance, wishes to improve even. You are that which is allowing that scene on the movie to play out. Just like the screen allows the scene on a movie to play out. But you are the screen, you are not the scene. You are the screen, you are not the scene. You've never been the scene. But that which you are, the pure consciousness, is so magnificent, so outstanding, so incredible, that it can seemingly live through the scene and believe it is the character we call a person for experience. At the same time, there's always the opportunity as the allower, to remember one's true identity as the imperceivable, untouchable, imperturbable allower. Essentially, you are always safe. Your essential nature. You may be thinking, oh, that means I also allow the suffering in my life. Yes and no. Again, it depends what you are identifying with right now when you say I. If you've been on this journey with me on these videos, you know I keep pointing you back to what is I. It's very important, my friends, my fellow expressions of consciousness. Because I is a thought, but you are not a thought. I says I am suffering, but you are aware of that experience. You are aware of that thought. You are aware of the body. The body is not aware of you. There needs to be awareness to be aware of something, right? So you are that which is aware of the body. And that awareness, of course, is intangible. You cannot find awareness. That's nonsensical. You cannot find mind, a thought. That's nonsensical. We know experientially these things are intangible. They have no form. But that I that we say we are, the I that you say you are, truly is the formless consciousness, not the body or the person. So the experience of suffering does occur, of course, but essentially what you are is not that body, that person that is suffering. Remember, you are the intangible consciousness that is aware of the body, that is aware of thoughts. The body is known by you. Just as space, to talk more on a materialist paradigm for a second, the space would obviously have to be in existence before matter. Otherwise, where would you put the matter? So of course it's not easy to understand instantly. It needs to be contemplated. This is why self-inquiry, keep questioning, what am I? What is aware of this I? Who is listening to these words in the mind? How can I be the thoughts if I'm aware of the thoughts? How can I be the body, which is just sensation and perception, if I'm aware of sensation and perception? I'm always aware that I'm experiencing. I'm not always aware of the body. So primarily I am that experiencer that experiences so-called matter and the lack of it in deep sleep. I know there's a lack of it in deep sleep because I am always present as that intangible, constant awareness. I am the I that is constant, that is eternal. I'm so eternal that I am beyond eternity. For eternity suggests time. I'm not even within time. I am aware of the experience of time. Thus, I must be timeless. To be aware time has changed, I must be constantly observing as that timeless pure perceiver that I refer to myself as when referring with I, with mind, I. I'm just I. Everything else is an experience that I am watching. You are the formless allower. Nothing can exist without allowing Trace your thoughts back, you will see you are allowing thoughts to emerge from where? You allow the body to be known from where? From that formlessness that you are, that I am. The true I, the pure consciousness, the pure self. You don't need to practice what you already are. You cannot practice what you already are. If you like the video, please like the video. Share would be great. Subscribe, even better. Have a wonderful day or evening. Peace, my fellow expressions of consciousness.